My name's Farhat. Howdy P. Or Grumpy P. What's that
Growling. Shalom, you guys. Shabbat shalom for those of you guys who keeping the Feast of Trumpets today. Sorry we're late. Not sorry we're late. I didn't really.
You're not very sorry, are you?
I mean, I had intended to start at 3, but then I was napping. So.
And she fell asleep like usual.
No, I intended to nap. I just.
Didn't intend to yell.
I didn't know. I don't know where my 2:30 alarm clock went. Oh, because today's not the Sabbath. Huh. So usually for the Shabbat, I have a 2:30 alarm clock that wakes me up. But still, I should have an alarm that went off to pick you guys up from school today. Just cover. How did you mess up? What is it supposed to be?
Fine.
Figure out how to cover it. Make bigger pedals.
It's not working.
Yes, it will.
I have one of the pencils that erase things.
Yes. I don't know. Those aren't the erasable pencils.
Wait, can you use those?
No. So I don't know if it'll work. Anyhow, so yeah, I didn't intend to sleep till 4 o'clock.
This is an eraser.
It is an eraser. Because those aren't the erasable pencils. I just said that. I don't know if it'll work because that.
No, this doesn't feel like an eraser.
Anywho, is there a way that I can continue saying what I'm trying to say to these people?
Nope.
You're being rude.
It looks like an eraser, but it does not.
Anyhoodle. What are we talking about? Okay, so I'm trying to tell you guys why I'm late. Okay. The reason why I'm late is for today. While I get myself set up, I'm going to have my beautiful people introduce themselves for today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, whatever your name is. What's your name today?
I'm saying my name's today. Boys, beautiful, like the girl.
They can't hear you.
My name's Zahara.
They can't hear you!
My name's Zahara.
Your name's Zahara?
No, Zahara.
Zahira. That's a very pretty name, Zahira. Nice to meet you. Zahara said,
That's not your name. That's going to be my name.
Zahara, don't. Oh, you're a cracker. Okay.
Zahara.
And what is your name next to Zahira?
Sunset.
Sunset. Nice to meet you, Sunset.
Sakira.
Zahira. So we got.
No, Sakira.
Zakira. Okay, so we got Zahara, Zahira, and Zakira. And what is your name in the corner?
Amir.
Hi, Amir. Oh, you miss your friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Anyways.
you got a little baby boy.
Right. Zakira, Zakira, Zahara, and Amir. Nice to meet you. How was your guys this week so far? I know it's only Wednesday. It feels like a Sabbath, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does feel like a Sabbath. Well, today we are working on trumpets for the memorial trumpets. And I'm going to apologize if you, in the description is the link to get
She
the
finally made this one.
to get the printable document. And so initially how this came about is I saw this project, somebody had the template, right? So I took the template and I recreated it just as they did. I literally copied it and restructured the whole thing, took out the stuff they had because they had it for something else. They had Psalms 150 and a bunch of musical things on there. So I restructured everything, right? But when I actually went to cut it out, it doesn't assemble so nice. So I apologize for that. I should have tried to assemble this before, but I was like, who's gonna make a paper trumpet template that doesn't actually work? Like, to me, that made no sense. So I didn't. I didn't do the project because it would make no sense to create a trumpet that didn't work. So anywho, it's not perfect, but you guys will see when you actually try and put it together that it will eventually come. See, that looks beautiful. I love how you fixed that. It will come together. So here is the trumpet. And then you'll see on the back how it doesn't go together so nicely. So you can actually have your child where it's color this back side as well. And then when they
Is there a sharpener?
you have to go to the big sharpener. When they color this back side, then they can just put the glue here. And that way it will, when it overlaps, it will still cover that way. So anyways, I already have mine cut out. But if you've watched my classes before, then you know I always say to color first and then cut, because trying to cut this is a lot. Trying to color this once it's cut out is a lot more complicated than trying to color this at first. And I want you guys to say hello to my beautiful wall memorial trumpets, Feast of Trumpets poster. Say hi.
On this sharpeners!
You're being very rude. Every time we're trying to talk, you keep trying to have conversations. It does work. You just need to try. Then just wait a minute because I'm talking and you're being rude. So anyways, have your child color it first before they try and get into to cut it. Use a different pencil so that it's right. So what you're gonna do is you're going to put glue. I'm gonna just put glue here, and then wherever I see that I need to add more glue, I will add more glue. And I'm using glue stick because it's just easier. Use a different pencil. This eraser. Since it was like little big spiders. So this first one I didn't cut anything off, but the second one I made, I don't know where it's at. Oh, this one. When I was playing with it, you have the option to cut off. So put glue there, obviously, and then line the two corners up. Line up the two tips right there. And then I just applied a little more glue here. Okay. There you go. You have your trumpet. Pretty straightforward and easy. Just something simple for the children to do to commemorate this feast day. So there's a finished one. And then while they finish coloring, I will read to you the scriptures. Which color did you want sharpened? Okay.
Oh my gosh, it looks like everyone.
You're sharpening the wrong way, so sharpen towards yourself. Sharpen towards yourself, towards yourself. We have an old school wall sharpener, but apparently my children don't know how to use the old school
I know
wall
how
sharpener.
to use it.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read the scriptures. You want more crackers? Mark or Nava, go get Zazie more crackers. I'm gonna read to you on
Crackers out. They were
because I didn't want them on the table because look at the table. On here has Joel 2:1, which is also here on the trumpet. Leviticus 23:23-25. If you don't know, that's where you can find all of the Most High's feast days, and then 1 Thessalonians 4:16. So we're going to start with Joel.
Mom,
Yes, ma'am.
can I tell them my scripture?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Stand up and tell them your scripture.
wave. No,
Job chapter 9, verse 1-5. Then Job replied, "Indeed, I know this is true, but how can the mortals prove their innocence before God? Though they wish to dispute with him and can't answer him one."
Worry about yourself. Start all over.
For real?
Yep.
Take that.
Take that. Start all over.
Job chapter 9, verse 1 through 5. And did I know? Wait. Then Job replied, and did I know this is true? But how can the Moses prove their innocence before God, though they wish to dispute with him and can't answer him one time out of 1,000? His wisdom is profound, his power is vast. Who had resisted him and come on? Oh, there's a hard word I don't ever know. I think it's unclass.
Brother Nash.
Mm-hmm.
It's called unclassed.
I don't know. Job what? Mm-hmm.
Job chapter 9, verse 1 through 5. It does. Last time when I looked in the book, it didn't go like how.
Oh, because that's not the King James version?
I think so. I never asked them that question.
Job 9 and 5.
1 through 5. Let me just say unclassed.
Yeah, it's not in here.
Unclassed. Then he moves the mountains without them knowing it and overturns them in his anger.
So then Job chapter 9, verse 1 through 5 in the King James said, Then Job answered and said, I know it is so of a truth, but how should a man be just with Yah? If he would contend with him, he cannot answer him one of 1,000. He is wise in heart and mighty in strength. Who hath hardened himself against him and hath prospered? Which removeth the mountains, and they know not, which overturneth them in his anger.
It kind of sounds like it.
Good job. Yeah, okay. So go ahead and continue coloring. I sharpened your pencil. And we're going to read Joel chapter 2, verse 1.
Can I read it?
You want to read it? That's fine.
Mama, your trumpet is gonna taste like marker.
That's true. You're gonna have blue lips. It's okay. You're just gonna have blue lips because when you put your
Oh,
mouth
that
on,
means Nava will have makeup.
no, that means Nava's gonna have marker on her lips.
Oh, she'll have makeup.
Job 2 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
Look, mommy.
Don't
Look, mommy. Look, mommy.
Yes, baby. I see.
A day of
Those
darkness and Joel chapter 2,
Verse 1.
blow ye trumpet in Zion,
In Zion.
and so sound a alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh nigh at hand, and darkness of the gloom.
Just one. That's it. Okay. You didn't even find it. I found the scripture. So anyway, so blow ye a trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
I got a
So-
story.
So what do you guys think this is talking about?
Blow the trumpets.
Wow, good job, Ariel. I mean, Zahira. What do you think, Amir?
I think it just means that just to show that that today is the day that this is what is it called?
Memorial trumpets?
Yeah.
Nava, do you think anything?
I think it means when we die.
When we die? She's not, you guys are laughing, but she's not off. So the memorial trumpets is one of the feast days that is not fulfilled. Even though most of the feast days are fulfilled, there's two that are left that are not. And these two actually work in conjunction. And they're separate. It's kind of weird because these last two feast days are separated by day, by a feast. So we have the memorial trumpets. Then there's a day of atonement, which we know is fulfilled because who is our atonement?
Yeah.
No, not
Yeshua.
Yeshua, right? Yeshua is our atonement. So that one is fulfilled. But then behind that, we have the Feast of Tabernacle, which is not fulfilled, right?
So 2 weeks and then the Feast of Tabernacle comes?
Yes. So this yesterday was our first, this still part of it, but yesterday started our first day of our 7th month. So yesterday was also a new moon. Yes, we are.
Yesterday at sunset, that's where the Sabbath starts. Not in the middle of the morning.
Yeah, that's right. So, so this feast day is representative of in Revelations where the Almighty has the angels sounding the trumpets, and after each trumpet comes
A plague.
A bad thing.
a bad thing comes, right? So we know
Like the 10 plagues from
Moses. So we know that this hasn't been fulfilled, right? Because it has the Almighty. Thank you, Amir. Has the Almighty sounded his trumpets yet?
Well, we don't know, baby. This could be heaven.
Excuse me.
We pretty much know that this isn't heaven. There's still sin.
If all the what was it called? All the feast was fulfilled, we will probably be in heaven.
Yes. So, in the kingdom. So we know that all his feasts aren't fulfilled, and until all of his feasts are fulfilled, then we have to continue to keep them, right? Because in the kingdom, we are still going to be keeping his feasts. So that was Joel.
Oh, so he just gets to sit there and watch it. So yeah, he waits. I don't know.
That was Joel chapter 2, verse 1. I should have read Leviticus first. Leviticus 23.
Can I sing on my song?
Can you what?
Can I sing on my song?
When I'm done. Leviticus 23. One of you guys, who had the new Bible today in service?
Aria.
No, I had that brown Bible.
No. Oh yeah, I had it in service, but Aria had it last service and she was with me.
What I said is who had this Bible during service? So you bent this page all up.
You
And
sure?
I'm sure because it's on Leviticus 23. So I'm sure it's you who bent this page up. You want to buy me a new Bible?
Nope.
All right, so Leviticus 23 through 25.
Right, that's not the last one.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing the trumpets, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. So we know that anytime when he tells us we can do no servile work, that it is a Sabbath. And as it being a Sabbath, right, we can't go to work, no watching TV, no going to school, no doing homework. Yay!
But we still can get treats.
You can still get treats, right? Can we cook?
Homework and go to school.
Yes, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
I was sad because I was thinking of my friends and Abby. And
Okay, girl, we're talking about something else. Can we go outside and play
No.
on our scooters?
No.
Can we go to the store and buy things?
No.
No, why not?
It's because it's your own work. People never do it.
Right, it's your own work and it's a high Sabbath. So we know that today is one of his feast days and it's a high Sabbath and it's one of the feast days that haven't been fulfilled. I'm going to just go to the beginning of Leviticus 23 and I'm read the beginning. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye proclaim to be a holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is a what?
Holy Sabbath.
A Sabbath, right? Of rest, the holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons, right? And then he starts going through all the different feasts. He goes through, what's the first feast? Please put the pencils back in the case. When you guys see me use my pencils, do you ever see me? What did I just say? When you see me use my pencils, do you see me have my pencils all over the table? No, I take them out, I look in there, I find which ones I want, and I put them back. And this is why I don't let you guys use my stuff. Because
But I didn't do that.
You're not even, just put them away. They don't have to all be facing the same direction. Put those ones down. It doesn't matter. You are a part of the problem because you're using them and you're not putting them back up.
Why didn't do that?
It doesn't matter. So then I should just, since you didn't do it and you're not willing to help, then I should just say you can't use them in the future. If you set your pencils down, then you would be able to have 2 pencils. What do you need to do? Yes, hurry up. So what is our first feast at the beginning of the year? First fruits? Nope.
I was about to say the
No. Sabbath is all year long.
unleavened bread.
Sit down for a minute and answer my question.
Unleavened bread.
Unleavened bread, that's right. But before unleavened bread, remember unleavened bread is twofold. So before unleavened bread is what?
Feast of First Fruits.
No, it's not.
Pentecost.
No, it starts with a P.
I was about to say parentheses.
No.
Wait, don't answer.
Break your ankles.
Passover.
Passover.
Passover, right. So the first
Oh,
feast.
Passover.
Yes. The first feast of the year we know is Passover, and that's when the Almighty passed over the children of Israel when they were in what land?
Egypt.
In Egypt, right? Then we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and what do we do during the Feast of Unleavened Bread?
No 11
How many days is the feast?
weeks.
It's weeks?
No.
1 week, right? 7 days. All right, and then
The one problem is, it's going to be suck in school because we won't have no lemon.
that means you guys will get cooked food every day. Ha ha. It won't be so sucking. All right, so after Passover, you have 7 weeks, right? 49 days, and then the next feast is what? Yes.
If when we have no 11 in our house,
We're not gonna. Yes, ma'am.
are we allowed to have chocolate pudding?
Yes, you guys can have chocolate pudding, I think. I have to look at the ingredients. Just wait a minute. Use color. You have plenty of greens that are sharp and start with those. So then after Passover is what? It starts with the P.
Pentecost.
Prom. Pentecost, that's right. So 49 days, 7 weeks after Passover is Pentecost, which is also known as the Feast of Weeks or the Feast of First Fruits, right? Then we don't have any feast days for a really long time until we get to the 7th month. And then that's where we're at now, which is Memorial Trumpets, which we read in Leviticus 23 through 25. Then we have the Day of Atonement, which is the day where you fast, right? And children don't have to fast, but they can if they want to. And then we have the Feast of Tabernacle, which is how many days long is that feast? How many days long is the? Thank you, Naba. The Feast of Tabernacles 1 week long. So we have 2 feasts that are 1 week long. One in the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year. There's also the Feast of Dedication, but that's not one of the 7 feasts that we have that we're mandated to keep. And then also
What's the Feast of Defecation?
Not defecation. Defecation means
Sounds like
poop.
suffocate.
Yeah, it does, but defecation means poop. So it's not the Feast of Poop. It's the Feast of Dedication, right? Or the Feast of Lights, Festival of Lights, and that's at the end of the year.
So we put up lots of lights.
Yeah, that's yeah, you put up lots of lights.
So we
And then there's not a lot of scriptures on the Feast of Dedication. You see a little bit of it in the Apocrypha, I think, but that's it.
So then you go to the store and put lots of lights in our house.
You could, but we won't, because it's around the same time as Christmas. If you were to do that, then people would mistake what you're doing as for Christmas. And it says to avoid the very appearance of evil. Kamara, you can go ahead and sharpen your pencil now. And then there's also the Feast of Purim, which is like at the very, very end of our year. So like January, somewhere between January and February, I think it is.
Wait, so January and February is where we end our year?
No. That's where this feast is. But the end of our year is usually March and April. So somewhere around January, February, I think even March, or maybe it's February and March is Purim. All right, so then we hit Leviticus 23.
What do we do on Purim?
Purim is the day that was created from the book of Esther. Thank you for asking that question. So Purim is the day that was created from the book of Esther when they, get the scissors and you can cut it. When they fought the.
Are they cut in half?
Nope, you cut around the whole outside. When they fought their enemies and then they got a victory and then they created a day to celebrate that. So that's what. And then they gave gifts to the poor and each other, but people only just give gifts to each other and they don't give gifts to the poor. And if you look at the entirety of the Bible, we know that Yah will be more pleased, and it probably is the best thing to do is to give gifts to people who cannot give gifts back to you. But people like to focus on themselves. But anyways, we don't really observe that feast. Not that anybody who does it is wrong, but we just don't do it.
Is it a gray area?
No, it's not a gray area. I mean, you can do it or you can not do it. But if you do it, I'm not gonna be giving them just a bunch of gifts to you guys. If we do it, we're gonna go out there and do some community service and give gifts to people like Mr. Hyde or people
Like Mr. Chino?
or Chinos. No, probably not Chino. But
What time?
just women. But give gifts to people who necessarily cannot give gifts back to us. And that is, am I gonna buy them a PlayStation or I'm gonna give them something useful and helpful? No, I'm gonna give them something useful. They don't have a TV to use the PlayStation.
You just give them on TV and they.
Yeah, no, we're not doing. Okay, so then we're in 1 Thessalonians 4:16, and that reads, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a loud shout and with the voice of his archangel, and the trump of Yah, and the dead in Christ shall rise first." So what do we know about rising first and rising second? Where is it? Which time do you want to rise? Who wants to rise second?
First, forget second, there is no power.
There's no power in the second resurrection, right? Because in the second resurrection, if you wake up and everybody else had already got up, you see a bunch of graves open, you messed up. That means you go into the lake of fire. So we know that it's important to get up on the first resurrection, and we know.
Also, that's why we have to wake up early in the morning.
That's not why we have to wake up early in the morning.
I think it's more like this, or like your body's come out and your soul just like rips open from your ribcage and just flies up, and your body just falls back to the ground, and the people and the sinners like, oh no, it was true, all this stuff.
When we go to heaven or the kingdom, will we be spirits?
Yes.
No, I want to stay in my body.
Super, I still want to be.
We don't know what we're gonna be, but we know we're
I still
gonna.
want that muscle.
We know we're gonna be like the angel. Angels are very strong. They may not have like physical muscles. So we know that to be in the kingdom is better than to be on this earth. So we don't know what we're gonna be, and we don't know what it's gonna be like, but we just know that it's better to be with him than it is to be here.
Hopefully I can be a unicorn.
I don't know, maybe.
Hopefully I can be a mermaid. I want to be a unicorn mermaid.
You wanna be a unicorn mermaid? Okay.
You know
Show
what?
that to the dogs.
What gods?
Yeshua and Yeshua HaMashiach.
There's only one Yah. There one.
What? I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Wait.
Okay, so
Yeshua
y'all.
and Yah.
Oh yeah,
are one.
Yeshua and Yah are just one.
Yeah, and Yeshua HaMashiach is Yeshua Christ the Messiah, right?
That makes sense.
Or Yeshua the Messiah.
Why doesn't Dad like to use the C word?
Christ? I don't think he doesn't like to use the C word, but why not say Yeshua HaMashiach? If you're gonna say Yeshua, right, which is his Hebrew name, why not say HaMashiach versus saying, because usually they'll say Christ Jesus, right? Which is the equivalent in English, or although Jesus isn't his name, but it's the equivalent in English, right? So if you're gonna say Yeshua, why not say the whole thing, which would be HaMashiach, right?
Can I show my thing close?
Yeah, go ahead, you can show it closer to them.
Get open these.
So that's it. That's all I have to share with you guys.
Don't make me leave.
Fine. I mean, if you guys have any more questions or anything you want to talk about, but I don't think they need to see you guys color every last little bit of your thing, although it looks very beautiful. If you want to show them what you have colored so far. I like it. It's very pretty. And Kamari's drawing some ninja.
Zombie.
He's drawing zombies on his tree.
Minecraft zombie.
Don't you have to rush? You don't have to rush. It's okay. Take your time. Really take your time and do it correctly.
Got mine to hit foil. Oh yeah, there's ready? You guys want to?
What was that for?
I never said that there. You guys ready? See. That's not how you
It's
do it.
backwards, baby.
sugar on it. Maybe you should add some sugar on it.
Stop moving the chair and before you make the camera go out. Back it up, baby. Back it up.
Ouch.
There you go. I can see it. You did a great job. It's pretty.
I think it should have been upside down.
Yours is very pretty. Yours is perfect. You're gonna make the camera go out. Stop bumping the chair and you're turning the camera back. Okay, they see it, girl.
See someone.
Say bye to my little postal.
No.
Ariel said my boy looks like a girl with a hair bonnet, and he does look kind of like a girl. But I didn't mean that.
Look at his lips and look at the eyes.
He got nice lips. Guys can have nice lips. I like nice lips.
But
That
that don't
doesn't.
look like nice.
Your dad does have nice lips.
No, they're all crinkly.
That's because he's always frowning.
No, that's his forehead.
Does it have the M on himself? That
And
means
he always like this.
miss.
Right.
And you're always like this.
Hey, that's because his allergies. Ariel came for blood. It's better. Was your friend? Go sit down, Nala. Your friend called you flycatcher. Yeah. Because you're sitting with your mouth open. All right, you guys. Shabbat shalom.
No!
Only because of my allergies. I was like, come on, play flycatcher. I will get it here now.
Shabbat shalom. I love you. I love you guys. So y'all, I'm back. Nobody's leaving you. Sit down, color. They don't have to finish watching color. I want to move on with my life.
Yes, they
Oh
have.
my God.
I want to go get some water.
I might die.
Go
I want
ahead
to go get
and
some
leave
water.
them right here.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead
die.
and leave them right here.
I'm gonna die. Hey, Mom, you know what? You should be like,
Yeah, what he did say. All right, you guys.
Don't leave me.
Stop. Meow. Stop. Meow.
Oh, that happened to
wait,
us.
oh, I need to sing my song.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and sing the song.
Chicken wings, got some macaroni, share it with my homie. Put some little put some little on me, with some guacamole, walk into the Brody's. Wait, no. Look at this. Got some artichokes, walk into the Brody's, acting like I'm Toady.
There you go. Who's Toady?
Just something.
What's an artichoke or something?
Artichoke.
What's an artichoke?
It's a type of fish.
An artichoke is a vegetable, but I don't know. And an anchovy.
Anchovy. Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay. That's a good song. I like song. Break it on down. Break it on down.
Don't.
Okay, I can't break it down, you guys. No breaking it down.
No, I mean don't do.
Why?
I just knock it off.
We've been on how long have we been on? It doesn't show me up there, but we've been on for a long time already.
Yes, it should say.
We've been on for almost 30 minutes.
It's been 33 minutes and 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds,
No,
7.
mine says 28. Oh, no, it says 33 up there. Why did it say 28 down there? 33 up there and then 28. Anyways, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, that's enough time. You got it. No, we're already past 30 minutes. All right. Shabbat shalom, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your memorial Trumpets.
That's what I told you.
Fruit.
Oh!